Mine eyes have seen the coming of the glory of the Lord. Welcome, everyone, and this is epic news for my morning. The state of Texas have nuked the left's hope from orbit. And it is glorious. Texas sues Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin at Supreme Court over election rules. Yikes! The state of Texas filed a lawsuit directly with the U.S. Supreme Court shortly before midnight on Monday, today, challenging the election procedures in Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin on the grounds that they violate the Constitution. Texas argues that these states violated the Electors Clause of the Constitution because they made changes to voting rules and procedures through the courts or through executive actions, but not through the state legislatures. Additionally, Texas argues that there were differences in voting rules and procedures in different counties within the states, violating the Constitution's Equal Protection Clause. Finally, Texas argues that there were, quote-unquote, voting irregularities in these states as a result of the above. In short, ladies and gentlemen, Texas is addressing the Trump team combination dream. And what's even more exciting is that unlike all of the other Trump team cases, which could technically be resolved in a lower court and kicked back to a lower court, this case, because it is between a state and another state, it must be heard in the Supreme Court. They must take this case. Whether it goes through, whether it is successful, is completely irrelevant. The moment that the Supreme Court takes this case, and they must, because there is no other court to handle this case from the Constitution. From a constitutional standpoint, the Supreme Court must adjudicate this case. They must take it. The Constitution demands it. And therefore, the notion that the Democrats and their fake election process could have safe harbor as of the 8th or 9th of this month is nuked. It's gone. This election is officially still contested, no matter what, because this case must go to the Supreme Court, and that deadline is blown out of the water. It's glorious. And to be perfectly clear, guys, it takes balls the size of Texas to even have the gumption, the chutzpah, to file a lawsuit like this. The idea that a state within this union can challenge the process and constitutionality of another state's actions is the definition of far-reaching. This is a far stretch. And so the results can be something to the effect of Texas has no grounds to question the constitutionality of another state's actions per the 10th Amendment, but the Supreme Court might agree to delegitimize the vote count because of the irregularities they bring up. They could also give Texas or grant Texas everything that they say, or the complete opposite and every combination thereof. But one thing does not change. The safe harbor date of December 8th has been blown out of the water, and this election is still officially contested. And this gives the Trump team the opportunity to make more cases that are of wider scope because That deadline has been pushed back all the way into January, officially today. Hallelujah! As always, everyone, stay carnal and God bless.